Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. We are doing something a little bit different, something highly focused today. We're actually going to take a microscopic look at a super brief source text on personal wellness. And when I say brief, I mean it's literally just 2 sentences long. But as you'll see, its core concepts offer this surprisingly direct roadmap for our day-to-day experience. So let's jump right in.
But before we even get to the text itself, I want you to consider a quick question. Take a second, take a deep breath, and really tune in to your current mindset. What does your inner voice sound like right now in this exact moment? Is it rushing 100 miles an hour? Is it kind of critical? Or maybe it's completely calm. You don't need to change it, just observe it. Because holding on to that awareness, that's going to be an absolutely crucial anchor for what we're about to unpack.
Okay, so here is the entirety of our source text for today. 2 very short sentences. Quote, practice positive thinking. Positive thinking and self-talk are beneficial to overall health and outlook on life. End quote. Honestly, that's it, the whole shebang. But as we start peeling back the layers on this, we're going to find a complete, highly actionable roadmap for personal vitality. Section 1. The power of self-talk. I want you to notice that very first word in the source, practice. It doesn't say have positive thoughts, right? It doesn't say just be a naturally positive person. It specifically frames this as an active, intentional effort. It's a verb. It's kind of ironic, actually, because we so often treat positivity like this passive personality trait, like you either have it or you don't. But right here, it's presented as something you literally have to show up and actively do. It's like going to the gym and lifting weights, but for your mind. So how do we actually execute that practice? Well, the source links it directly to self-talk. Self-talk is essentially the mental engine driving this whole effort. Remember that internal dialogue we checked in on just a minute ago? Actively guiding that specific inner voice, that is exactly how you execute the practice of positive thinking. Section 2. Impact on overall health. Now, this is where the source directly links the internal stuff to the external stuff. It plainly states that this mental habit, positive self-talk, is, quote, beneficial to overall health. It doesn't put a wall between the mind and the body. Instead, it gives us this wonderfully unified vision of wellness where the words you say quietly to yourself actually have a tangible, real-world impact on your physical biology. Pretty amazing, right? If we break down the underlying mechanics of the text, it's a super direct sequence. Step 1 is the active cause. You're practicing positive thinking and self-talk. And then step 2 is the biological effect. You experience benefits to your overall health. It's this incredibly seamless transition from a conscious mental choice to a physical bodily reality. The source leaves absolutely zero ambiguity here. Cause and then effect. Section 3, transforming your outlook. The text also goes on to state that positive thinking and self-talk are beneficial to your outlook on life. Take a second to really think about what that actually means. Your outlook is your whole frame of reference. By modifying your self-talk, you aren't just tweaking your internal chemistry. You are actively changing the external filter through which you view your entire life experience. It's like putting on a brand new pair of glasses. And just notice the sheer efficiency of this practice when we view these dual benefits side by side. The first benefit targets your internal state, upgrading your physical health. But then the second benefit simultaneously targets your external perception, totally upgrading your outlook on life. So you are improving both your internal biology and your external worldview, all from the exact same mechanism. That is a real game changer. Let's go ahead and bring all of these highly related concepts together into one complete cycle of vitality. It goes like this. You intentionally practice positive thinking via your self-talk. That direct action yields a real physical health benefit, while simultaneously enhancing your external outlook. It is this brilliant, self-sustaining loop derived entirely from the words you consciously choose to speak to yourself. Which brings us to our final takeaway for today. We've seen exactly what this incredibly brief source material outlines, if we actually put in the work. You have the rest of your day ahead of you right now, and you now know the proposed impact of your internal dialogue on both your biology and your worldview. So with all that in mind, what will your self-talk sound like for the rest of today? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.